Motorz, brought to you by E3 Spark Plugs, born to burn.
Well, hey there, welcome to the Season 5 finale. This is the 74th episode of Motorz TV. We're having so much fun, we're going to do another season. Season 6 is coming right up. Now, before we get to our letters, I want to remind you to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/MotorzTV and follow us on Twitter too. We're at Motorz. Now, our first letter comes from Austin. He writes in and says, "Hey Chris, I love the show. My question is, how can I make my 2013 Mustang V6 more economical while adding performance?" Now, the easiest way to make a motor be more economical is to increase its ability to breathe, which means adding more performance parts to the motor, such as an exhaust, intake, and maybe a tune, depending on the car. That will help the motor take advantage of the ability to breathe better. Now, basically, the motor is an air pump, and the more air that you get in and out of the motor, the more performance you can get, which in turn can make the car more economical if you drive it with the economy in mind. Now, all that goes out the window, though, if you decide to drive it harder because of that added performance. Now, I've got a question from Mike. He says, a patient who had mild polio has occasional slight difficulty placing her foot on the brake pedal when it's dark. She has an excellent driving record for the past 30 years. Are there any neon-type brake pedal covers that glow at night for better visibility inside the car? Great question, Mike. Now, the manufacturer Street Glow used to make some sport pedals that would glow in the dark, but I'm not sure if it would be sufficient for a safety feature for a car, as the phosphors embedded in the brake pedal material would need a power source to emit light, which is typically light, to charge themselves and glow. Now, to light up the pedal area, you might want to consider installing a low-power LED light system wired to the vehicle's headlights. And now our last letter comes from Ryan. He says, "Hey Chris, my 81 Corvette's trailing arms are starting to wear quite a bit. I hear they're pretty nasty to deal with. Do you have any tips before I get into this mess?" Well, Ryan, there are manufacturers such as Duntov Motor Company that manufacture complete replacement spindle assemblies for your vehicle. Now, they suggest replacing the entire assembly, which includes the brake system, spindles, and bearings, which would make the job considerably easier. Now, their point is that you don't want to do all that work to replace a trailing arm and not replace the 30-year-old spindle components on a performance vehicle at the same time. Now, I'd like to thank Ryan and everybody else for sending in your letters. You guys get free E3 spark plugs for your ride. Find out more about their Diamond Fire technology or to see if they're available for your vehicle, just head on over to e3sparkplugs.com.